Hi you guys, welcome back. And if you're new here, hi, welcome. My name is Pao and I talk about all things bookish. I'm so happy that you guys are here and strap in because we're about to talk about my first business adventure. So if you don't know yet, I do have a small bookish business. It's called Cozy Pao Co. and it's basically about all things bookish, and I sell blind dates with the book. Now, if you don't know what blind dates with a book are, it's basically like gift wrapping a book, adding a lot of little elements so that it goes with the theme of the book or the vibe of just being cozy. If it's a gift or a secret, you also just add words to describe what the book is about, but it's to entice the reader to see like, oh, I wonder what it is about. I wonder if it's going to be cool because, you know, some people like thrillers, some people like romance. It's like a good way to basically catch a vibe versus just judging a book by its cover. I do talk a little bit more in depth about this in this other video. I'll link it right now, and it's great fun. But essentially, what I'm talking about today is I got invited to basically host a blind date with a book class on how to wrap a book to give during the season. It was actually done at one of the local libraries, and I was so excited, you guys. If you don't know, like Patricia, one of my good friends now, she actually helped me get this opportunity to host a class. So basically, the idea was pitched to the outreach librarian who Patricia actually knows, and she loved it and she wanted to put it as one of the classes for like November. By now, like the class has passed. It was so much fun, you guys. I got to host a class on how to wrap a blind date with a book, how to basically show students how to give this thing. A lot of people didn't know what it was, so I did have to introduce them to the concept and the idea. I will definitely put my little slideshow right here, right now. And it's basically slides demonstrating and showing what it is, how to do it, and just giving you guys like inspo. Basically, I have a slide of just inspiration photos, and it just helps you, it gives you a good idea of like what to do and how to do it. But this class was really cool. A lot of people were of like elderly age, but there were some young ladies in there, so I was like really excited to just help everybody out. I did have like a class of like 8 people, which is actually a really good turnout for like a library activity. I even had like drop-ins last minute, which was like wild because I was like, oh hey, welcome to the class, sit down, like let's get started. It really did help that I had an extra set of hands, so thank you so much, Patricia, if you're ever watching this. I really do appreciate you like getting this opportunity and also being there for me when I need you. It was such a wholesome and sweet moment that I didn't realize that I actually kind of have a knack for teaching. I've never really formally taught a class. I have done a lot of presentations in my day because of my communications degree, but I've never formally taught a class or hosted something in like a classroom setting. This was a really cool moment and I had a lot of fun. The way it started was I had conversations with the outreach librarian. I explained the concept to her with the help of Patricia. She loved it. So then the outreach librarian sent me an email and she asked like, hey, what supplies do you need for your class? I gave her a list, and then she also asked me to sign like basically a contract with the library, becoming a contractor myself, but I'm actually like obviously Cozy Pao Co. And so officially this was like my first business venture with another entity, and that was really exciting, you guys. So the library did employ Cozy Pao Co. It was so much fun. Yeah, a lot of people walked away with smiles. A lot of people actually walked away with like some supplies because they wanted to keep going, but we did run out of time, which I was like, take as much as you need. Like, this resource is for you. This has already been paid for. Go on ahead. And of course, I did get paid by the library $50, which I think is pretty awesome to just get paid like at all. Like, I would have done this for free, honestly, because the opportunity just to help out my community and to do like an activity that actually means so much to me with like the repurposing of like supplies and and books, right? Oh yeah, I forgot to add with Patricia, right? She does Untrash Creative Reuse, which is basically her booth is a bunch of donated like artsy supplies and craft paper and all things art, and we actually got to use some of her like craft paper in the actual classroom. And so a lot of the stuff that she brought, a lot of elements that she brought were actually reused. So we did a lot of like thrifting. Like we were really thrifty with the supplies, so not everything was new. Some of it we did repurpose just to be creative and artsy, and a lot of people love that. I was like, yeah, the books actually came from the library, which is really cool that the books actually were provided by the library, but you could also bring your own book. Hence why a lot of people were like, I'm just gonna take some supplies home and like do some of my own books that I want to like repurpose and re-gift for other people. And I'm like, go ahead, girl, take it. Like, this is for you. You paid for the class, so now you're here. There was like a little registration fee, I know that, but it wasn't that bad. I think it was like $25 per person, and obviously you could wrap as many books as you want. After I taught the class, it was a 2-hour class. It was so much fun. I'm gonna add some photos of my students here. They were superstars. Like, I was so happy that they had so much fun that they even wanted to take a photo of them. And I was really proud of them. I was really proud of them because I know, like, basically gift wrapping a book is kind of intimidating because it has to look nice. And then on top of that, you have to like have little pockets on it so that it holds things in there. I think my students did a great job. I may be a little biased, but I think they did a phenomenal job after just being taught for a couple of minutes. Yeah, the biggest, I guess, hurdle for me was like accounting for the different books that were brought in. Like, I'm used to like standard like chapter books, like a standard paperback book, but a lot of people brought hardbacks or just wide books in general or thick books. And so I kind of had to adapt during the actual class to help them. Luckily, the day before I did a lot of prepping, thinking like, if they don't come in with standard books, I should kind of have a little template of like how to measure stuff. So I did find the secret formula on like how to actually wrap a book no matter like how big or small it is. Some books were a little difficult, but we did get it through. We still did it anyways. It was just a little tricky because like if it was like such a flat and thin book, we needed like way more craft paper versus like the standard paperback. So that's it. That's all. You just kind of had to adapt on the fly, but I think I did a pretty good job, honestly. But yeah, oh my god, I had so much fun and the turnout was great, and I was able to even like follow up with my students. I got to email them my presentation in case they wanted to like learn or teach others how to do this like for the holiday season and everything. Afterwards, while I was getting my first paycheck from the library, I was also contacted again by the outreach librarian, and she said, I think you did such a good job and the turnout was so great that I think we may put you on a regular rotation to continue like classes, like hosting classes and everything. And she was talking about like helping with like junk journaling one, which I'm like, I'm all for it. I know how to junk journal as well. But she said that it was a really good turnout and that she kind of wants to keep adding more classes that are like obviously book related. And I told her yes. So hopefully you guys will come along for the journey to my classes. Like, I'll record some stuff here and there of like what actually went down during the class. But my friend Patricia did actually manage to take some shots of me like teaching the class, and here is her reel. so much fun. And I just want to thank Patricia again, because if it wasn't for her, I would have never had this opportunity to host my own class at the public library. I hope that whoever watches this is encouraged. Also, check out the classes at their own local public libraries, because you never know. You never know like what you can find or what they can teach you. And it's either free or like at a very low cost. And it's usually with local business owners such as myself. I don't know where this is gonna take me, but it was so much fun just actually like doing something completely out of the ordinary for me. And honestly, I feel like I kind of learned myself by teaching others how to do this. So it brought me a lot of joy and fulfillment for sure. So thank you guys so much. If you found any value or found this at all entertaining, please like, comment, subscribe. Any little bit helps. And I can't believe I'm at 220 subscribers while recording this right now. Thank you guys so much. It means so much to me. Like, oh my goodness. Like, you have no idea. I get excited every time I see a new subscriber. So, like I said, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Until next time, bye.